Last night I was able to witness the Occupy Denver protest, the police coming in and cleaning out Lincoln Street Park or whatever they call it, and I stayed up all night watching it. I haven't been to bed yet, but I wanted to share with the whole world what happened, what I think happened, at least my perspective on it. And I just want to start out, I'll tell you, I moved from Michigan to Denver on the 4th of July 2 years ago to try to find better work and a better economy, blah, 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 to snowboard too, but whatever. And all I had was my Cavalier, my belongings, my clothes and whatnot, some sleeping bags and whatnot, and a tent, and $400. And what I did, I moved out here, I got a storage unit, I unloaded my car, it was like 30 bucks a month, and I fucking pitched tent. I drove around, and I'd find a place to stay, because if you only have $400, how long is that going to last you in a hotel? You know what I mean? Like, I had to do it. And it was July in Colorado in the summertime. It was like I was on vacation. It was nice. I have no complaints. I stayed up at Chief Hosa sometimes. It was like 20 bucks a night, and I would pay rent there, pay my campsite, whatever. But, there were nights where I was like, I cannot afford this. And I would camp out illegally with my tent. I'm a fucking lawbreaker, I guess. But I got to thinking, like, there's no place in Denver that I can really sleep for free. I mean, there might be a homeless shelter or whatever, but, like, you're not supposed to just camp out. And I'm talking more than Denver. I'm talking the metropolitan area. I'm talking all the way up into the hills, the open space. Like, you're not supposed to camp out there. I mean, if you go to the National Forest or whatever, there's set spots, but, like, dude, fuck you. Who the fuck cares if I have to sleep underneath a fucking tent or a tree or a tarp or whatever in the fucking woods? That is not society's problem. But last night at Occupy Denver, the police wanted to come through and take down the tents. People have been sleeping there. It's turned into a tent city right in front of the Capitol building. And, I mean, that's people's right to peacefully assemble. There's a lot of people down there for various different reasons, but one reason has to do with homelessness, unemployment. Like, people really are struggling, and to some people, yeah, a tent in the middle of the city is nicer than, I don't know, under a bridge or whatever, fucking sleeping on the 16th Street Mall, sleeping on the sidewalk someplace where you can get run over by a drunk driver who pulls up on the sidewalk. Like, some people have chose to sleep in tents in front of the Capitol. And I understand that there is a law against that, whatever. I'm not going to argue that. But what I'm going to say is, there is nowhere where you can go in the middle of the night in Denver with 100 people and peacefully assemble legally if you cannot go to a park. Like, where are we supposed to do that at? In the street? In all these buildings that are closed? And if you have no money, too, to go to a coffee shop or something, really, where are you supposed to peacefully assemble, which it says I have the right to do in the Constitution, the First Amendment, the right to peacefully assemble? That's what these people were doing last night at Occupy Denver. They were peacefully assembling. And what ensued was one of the strangest things I have ever seen. It was one of the biggest wastes of taxpayers' money that I have ever personally witnessed, like been there that close to. I don't know, I didn't count. At least 100 police officers in full riot gear, SWAT teams, like they had different uniforms on. I'm talking paramilitary shit, bulletproof vests, all this shit, came to evict these people at about 3 in the morning. And this is after they've been threatening they were going to do it, and, like, I don't know, rumors were all day they kind of said, ooh, we're going to move them out, but no one really knew for sure, and word got around there was going to be a press conference on the Capitol steps. I don't know if it was supposed to be Hickenlooper or the head of the Capitol Police or whatever, but they were going to say, basically, these tents have to come down, this is a health hazard, which, one, it's not, but two, Hickenlooper said, what if a fire just swept through this tent city? Like, are you fucking high? Are you really that retarded of a governor? Like, what if a fire came through a tent city? What if all these campers out at Rocky Mountain National Park and all the other tourists that fucking... Dude, I'm not even going to go in it. Like, why don't you... Man, what if a fire swept through a tent city? God, man, I don't even know what to say. But anyway, rather than coming out on the Capitol steps and telling all these people there at the park occupying it, what needs to happen. They cowered and they took the press conference inside, and they only let people in there with press credentials. And I got right up there and I wanted to go in because I wanted to hear what's going on. You know, I'm not sleeping down there in a tent. I have an apartment right here, a couple blocks away. But I'd like to know, you know, like I want to be able to assemble peacefully, and like the government trampling on people's rights to do that is never fucking cool. Like I sat through too much school learning about the rights that the government is trying to take away from me every day to be cool with you guys just doing that. And tents or no tents, the point I want to make is if you're fucking homeless or broke or whatever, if you just want to meet up with, you know, there was 200, 300, 400 people out there probably, like, that's over capacity for any fucking coffee shop, you know what I mean? We don't, whatever, it's not like we planned this. It's spontaneously, people are coming together all around the world and saying, we need to solve our problems. This government is not working for us and we need to do something about it. Where are we supposed to go? Where are we supposed to go? To bed? Are we supposed to go home? Like, I don't get it. You want us out of the park? We got out of the park, you know, and then you have the police march us across the street and, like, stand on the other side of the sidewalk. You had 200 fucking riot cops out there, one with guns and shit, just adding to the tension, making an uneasy scene all around at a peaceful protest, but two, trying to move us back. And, you know, the kids are being cool. Like, we're chanting, we are peaceful, and shit like that. And, you know, kids were asking cops, like, where do I have to go? You know, I'm just here to observe this. Where can I observe this from? And, like, because they didn't come out on the fucking steps of the Capitol building and address all the protesters right up front and tell us, this is where you have to go. You cannot be in the park. You know, there's debate. Oh, well, can we walk around the sidewalk perimeter and picket? Like, I mean, who's to tell us we can't? It's America. Like, we're supposed to have this right. You guys wasted so much tax money on moving a bunch of protesters out of a fucking park. What to say about that? Like, one, so where do you want these homeless people to go? They pick up their tent, like, all right, officer, how far do I have to start walking? You know, can I go to the park across the street, the city park or whatever? Can I go set up on a sidewalk someplace in the city? Like, there's homeless people that sleep in the alley over here, and, like, the police don't bust it up. But this is political. This had to do with us actually talking about real shit. Talking about going after the fucking real criminals who have fucked our economy over. And for the record, more people got arrested down at this fucking protest in Denver. It was probably like 10, 20 people. Then we've arrested bankers that have caused the financial crisis that put us all in this mess. And, like, I've been looking for jobs in this city. And I see so many jobs where, like, you want me to have years of experience, some specific skill or whatever, like alcohol serve safe certified. You want, I don't know, fucking college degrees or some bullshit. Like, and then you get down to the compensation, and you want to pay me $8 an hour? Are you fucking kidding me? Like, look at the average cost of a home in this city. It's around $300,000. In parts of Colorado and Boulder and whatnot, it's $500,000. $500,000 for a home? Like, that's a real estate bubble. That money was not even real that got the prices up that high, and that shit needs to come down, or we need to fucking raise minimum wage so that people can actually get by. I saw a lot of people out there that I didn't know were going to be down there, and, like, they're people I know. One guy works at a liquor store down the corner, and I see him up there all the time because I'm in that liquor store every single fucking day, right? No, but, like, I know he works a full-time job. I see him down there working. And he's talking about how fucking I don't have money to go pay my copay to see a doctor. You know, like, fucking, they're not paying us enough for the cost of living. And when you look at, they're just printing money and devaluing our currency and all the other fucked up shit that the corporate media has gotten behind too. Like, we let fucking kids in China in sweatshops make products that we ship into the country to buy from Walmart. Will all of us go unemployed? Like, God damn it, if you can't understand why people are upset and why we're taken to the streets, you're an idiot, you're a fool, you're ignorant, you don't care. I don't know. Maybe you're a corrupt fucking media asshole who wants to fucking label us all like kooks or fucking Ron Paul supporters, right? 9/11 truth. Shh. Where can you peacefully assemble in the middle of the night? So Hickenlooper wants us out of there because it's 11 o'clock at night and we're a safety hazard because these tents might burn down. Well, tell us where the fuck to go, man. How far do I have to go? Because I asked the cop, and, you know, like, at first the cops were kind of standoffish, but I got to give it up to the Denver police because last night they conducted themselves in a professional manner. And, like, I wasn't happy with everything they did, but when it comes down to it, it's the people that are giving them their orders. You know, they're just standing there, we're following orders. Like, I mean, you weren't shooting at us, so that's good, but like pushing us back to an arbitrary spot, and I just asked, how far do I have to walk backwards? You know what I mean? I'm sick of walking back. I'm sick of this standoff with the fucking police here. How far backwards do you have to walk? The cop kind of shrugs, like, I don't know why the fuck we're out here. Like, you know what I mean? You could see a lot of boredom in a lot of their faces, like, man, these kids are just talking about what's actually going on in the country, something the mainstream media does not want to do because fucking 6 or 7 media conglomerates, when you count Clear Channel Radio, own almost every newspaper, TV station, NBC, ABC, Disney, fucking all that shit. It's owned by the same 6 or 7 media conglomerates. And like, if you can't understand, like the Tea Party, there's a real reason why these people are out there too. And they just, oh, you're crazy, you're crazy. And it's because when you start talking about certain things, the mainstream media, the corporate sellout fucking bitches, will not put it on TV. And we know that. Like fucking, I had a sign at the thing that said, what did it say? It said war. And it had a big fucking, like a no smoking sign over it. Like, stop the fucking wars. And then it said honk below it because I just picked it up. Somebody was holding it earlier trying to get cars to honk. But like, stop the wars, man. The Tea Partiers want it. This Occupy Denver movement, Occupy everything, should realize that these for-profit wars are not benefiting but 1% of the country. And I'm not benefiting from this shit. Like, if anything, it's making people hate Americans. And the mainstream media is not going to want to report it. Like, it's fucked up, but I want to talk about how our culture has become, I'm willing to get arrested. People were down there. I'm willing to get arrested. There was the Lawyers Guild down there like, oh, I got their phone number on it because when it came down to it, if push comes to shove, I'm willing to get arrested for this cause because the mainstream media is not covering it. Like, we have to shut down the Brooklyn Bridge. We have to do something. You know, you have to run onto the fucking field and get tased or something to fucking end up on the mainstream media when you want to talk about something real, something like Stop the Wars, something like fucking End the Fed, something that the mainstream media and the fucking corporate sellouts that they are do not want to hear. And like, that is one of the huge reasons why we're pissed down there. And these general assemblies, say what you will about the causes, the people, blah, blah, blah. It still is people coming together the way that this country was founded, and we are openly discussing important issues. And that's something the mainstream media does not want you doing. I mean, they'll show you fucking, like, look at the fucking local news. Oh, we're promoting our shows, ABC, NBC, the new fall lineup, blah, blah, blah. Oh, did you know this? Like, report on something fucking real. That's why we hate you. That's why everybody's flicking off the fucking ABC, NBC people. You know what I mean? Like, I heard people say it. Like, kids my age don't respect the mainstream media, and it's because we know they are full of shit. They're lying to take us to fucking for-profit wars. They're a propaganda network. Like, it's, I don't know how to say this. Every fucking corporation is owned by one of 6 or 7 media conglomerates. Like, that should say it enough, and I'll go even deeper. They're all owned by a specific ethnic group. Like, I'm not going to say which one, but if you really look into it, one specific ethnic group, or at least all the people that own those, are belong to the same one. Like, it's crazy, you know. You have BET on fucking Viacom, and they act like it's, you know, the black people's channel, but it's not even owned by black people. Like, the corporate media is a joke. We know it, and fucking it's going away. It's dissolving. Like, I'm on YouTube saying what actually happened, so if you want to see it, this is what actually happened. But, let me get back to my list here. The cops were alright. There was one point where they were just driving around. Because you know what was wrong was there was 200 fucking riot cops out there and SWAT team with their vests on, you know, tactical fucking sanitation workers out there to hassle us. Like, that escalates the situation. And on top of that, nobody knows, like, are they going to come over here? I was hanging out by the fucking press because I don't want to fucking get my head bashed in for this shit. Like, I want to be there to see what happens, and maybe I'm willing to step out and get arrested for it if need be, you know, but like, it's stupid. Like, they kind of kept us with that deliberate mystery, like, what's going on? And like, if they really had some concerns, if our tents are really a fire hazard, that maybe we need to move them further apart or something, they should just come out and talk to us. Like, are people shitting in the fucking alley? I didn't see it, but like, you know, I was down there. There's no porta potties. People are talking about having to go. Like, I don't know where people went. I didn't have to go, thank God, but like, I'd imagine you had to walk 4 or 5 blocks. And when it really comes down to it, I know we can get porta potties down there. People will donate it. The city sets it up for stupider shit. And like, this is about taking back our land. Like, this is about fucking, this is about a lot of shit. But who's really going to come to power out of this? We don't even have a list of real demands. And you know what? The media can make us look like kooks, and we're going to make the mainstream media look as fucking corrupt as it is. We all have our video cameras, we're out there filming this shit. But the Tea Party, when that originally started by Ron Paul, was about ending the fucking wars. It was about stopping the Federal Reserve. The bankers that are at the very top of our system that the fucking corrupt corporate media doesn't want to talk about. Shh. Yeah, that's what fucking Ron Paul was about. That was the real Tea Party. And it's real easy to fucking let the mainstream media go on, hijack it. You saw how Fox News was, the Tea Party channel for a while, just advertising their events like most corporate media whores do. But then they get out there and they fucking find some racist idiot or some fucking liberal communist that Occupy Wall Street or whatever, and they totally ignore, like, wow, our country is so fucked up that people are staying up all night in 40-degree weather out here in the street just because, like, hey, you know what, the police are not going to tell us that we cannot assemble peacefully. And we assembled peacefully, and the police came and they assembled peacefully with their fucking weapons and scared us a little bit but fucking didn't do anything. And, like, we need to unite the Tea Party and the Occupy Denver crowd, the Occupy Wall Street, the Occupy Everybody crowd. We need to unite everybody because both people want to stop the fucking wars. That should be our #1 priority. And you know what? The mainstream media doesn't want to talk about stopping the wars. Like, they look at Herman Cain, Mitt Romney, I don't even know, Chris Christie, fucking, they're all jokes. None of them want to talk about stopping the wars. But Ron Paul does. And look how the media treats Ron Paul. He's fucking crazy, unelectable, kook. Like, you guys are so fucking corrupt, man. Fucking ABC, NBC, Fox News, the Disney Corporation, fucking, I've been up too late, but fucking, my generation is not gonna take this shit. I want to see this movement get behind stopping the wars. That is one simple issue. We can all say it. There was a man down there, fresh out of the service, wearing his battle fatigues or whatever you call it. He had his name taken off because I guess you can't actually protest with your name on it or whatever. But he was in the full camo. I asked him, "Did you serve?" "Yeah." "Do you think we should be over there, man? What do you think of these wars?" "No, I didn't think we should be there the whole time." Man, why isn't the mainstream media giving that guy a microphone? You know what I mean? Shh. We got money to make. I gotta go to bed, but fuck Hickenlooper. I feel like he really handled that like a coward. And I also want to point out, there was a lot of people commenting on his Facebook fucking channel. And that man doesn't even have the balls to leave the comments up there. He deletes comments. Like, I called him a coward on his channel. He deleted it. So, now, John Hickenlooper, I'm going to be keeping my eyes on you. I'm going to be using my fucking YouTube channel to point out anything you do that's stupid or makes you look foolish or whatever. Like, if you can't understand that we can assemble peacefully down there, if you think that the state of Colorado needs to waste how much money, dude? I dare you to come out and tell us the accurate figure of how much you paid all those cops in overtime to come out there and pick up fucking a tent city. Like, goddamn it, what the fuck are you trying to do? And if I want to sleep out in a tent for free, where the fuck do I have to go to do it? Like, really, man, I'm broke. I can live in a tent, man. It's not unbearable, you know what I mean? It's either that or I'm going to be like, hey, I can't find a job, maybe the government should pay my fucking rent for me. You know what I mean? If we want to sleep in a tent, so fucking what, man? Like, this is like those fucking awnings that they had at the Civic Center Station? Right next to that park, they used to have awnings and covers, like winter shelters to keep you out of the rain at the bus stop. And because people were selling drugs out of it, they came one day and they took down all the shelters. Like, yeah, thanks for punishing all of us for the problems of a few, or for, I don't even know how to say that, man. Like, why do we put covers over bus stops? Because it fucking rains. The revolution is now. Let's televise it. I'm going to bed. Sorry if this is a rant, but I've been up real late. I just can't believe how much money was wasted on that shit. Like, man, this country is insane. Can we please get behind stop the fucking wars? That is such an easy cause. Like, I'm also about ending the Fed because that's the top of the banking problem, the fractional reserve system, where fucking they gamble with our money and inflate the property value so that we can't afford fucking property, then start taking the money out of circulation so we all go broke and they can buy back shit at real cheap. Like, we're getting screwed by the Federal Reserve. But that's complicated, that's hard to explain. Stopping these wars, after 10 years, we already got Osama, whatever you believe about 9/11 truth or why we're over there in the first place. Like, hey, George Bush, Barack Obama. What happened? You promised you were going to stop the wars. That was a change you got elected on, and it was bullshit, man. You're a corporate sellout bitch. And all these people didn't forget about it. We need to get behind stop the fucking wars. That's a tangible goal that we can accomplish. I feel like I'm forgetting something, but yeah, I was going to tell one story. Denver police did a good job. They were driving around, and like, you were out there wasting your gas and fucking agitating peaceful protesters, but there was one point where kids were sitting down, there was like 3 of them, and they just sat down in front of the cars, the cop cars, because 3 cops were driving down Broadway, not doing anything, driving in circles around the park, just fucking around, wasting gas. And the kids sat there. And rather than get out and escalate it, the cops backed up, went into reverse, and drove away. Like, I feel like some of these cops know we're getting fucked, and they're down there protecting the people fucking us because they're not smart enough to go figure out how to actually bust these financial criminals. But thanks for not beating us. I appreciate it. Like, thanks. You know, next time, if you guys could be cool and say, you gotta take your tents and go here. You can set up over there. You gotta do this. You gotta be cross this line. Like, once you're on the sidewalk over there, you're cool. But be straight up front with us and tell us what you're gonna do. Like, kids were talking about, should we move down to the 16th Street Mall? And somebody said, you know, even if we move our little camp, there's no guarantee they're not gonna come and arrest us all there. And they were right. There's no fucking guarantee. Why should we move? Like, really, why can't I sleep someplace for free in my tent? Like, America has to get fucked.